some games on Steam. If there are no server issues, it should run like a dream. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. With gameplay so bad it will make you want to scream. Welcome to the Rexic the King stream. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. There is no shortage of games he'll play for you, be it Fall Guys, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, or Overwatch 2. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. Awesome Mounts is back after many moons. That purple surfer still makes him swoon. Rexic, that's right, it's Rexic the King. Now without much further ado, he's going to start the stream for you. There's only a few seconds to go. He hopes that you enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome in to another Rex King stream on this fine Thursday, the 11th. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're staying cool. Here, muffin a little weird there. Hope you're staying cool, hope you're being relaxed on this fine day. How's everybody doing since last time? Since the last we met on Tuesday. Everything's good, what's been going on with y'all? As always, I'm Rexic the King. You're gonna be learning a bit more Blender today, I'll tell you what. But first off, welcome back everybody. I'll be off screen for a second. Sorry about that. But how's everybody doing today? What's been going on? Only good things, I hope. What has been happening since last time? Let's see. I'll see it when it's Blender, but I was able to figure out how to do the painting part I was having some issue with. Apparently it was just like a UV map I was missing, and it was on like local view screen instead of like the actual one. So I was able to fix that. So I'll be starting off with the coloring, then it'll be the actual lesson lighting part itself, part 10 by Blender Guru. Let's see, I finished Zenshu yesterday. Well, technically earlier today because it was like bedtime, but yeah, I finished that earlier. Quite good. Like a very good, like, 12-episode series. Definitely check it out if you want to have, like, something cool to watch. So I'll be starting on Ghost Stories later today. The dub, of course. I've seen, like, some good clips from that. Very, very funny. So it'll be good to, like, watch that lead into October. What else been going on? Oh yeah, Sorry started a little bit later. Of course, I was over on just like saying hi to Flex, my daughter. Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone who was here before was also on Flex's so they saw it, but she finished the little Rex plushie. Very cute. Here you go over. There he is. Look at him. He's so cute. Yeah, very good work from Flex. Let me do a shout out. Yeah, they're streaming currently. Doing like birthday emotes making. Doing like the little like not party favor, like the thing you blow into, like the that thing, I don't know. And like all flaps out. I don't remember what the name of it is. But looking very cool. Yeah, so I started Ghost Story, did that. Went on my bike ride earlier, quite enjoyable. Nice. Found a shiny Lonely Executor. Always cool. Talking to some more artists about commissions, all that good stuff. Did a little bit of Bellotro. I was actually able to finish a run in it a few days ago, so that's pretty cool. Of course, I was with like the green deck, so it's gonna be like a lot harder to try to do with the other decks too. But I'll try. This seems like a good combo of stuff. Alright, I'll think of more as we go, but since I started a little bit later, we should probably get right into the blending, shall we? Let me get this launched up. Now this will change the scene. Alright, there we go. I've done a blend. Now how do I do this? Or object mode, edit mode, then texture paint. I was able to like get it to. I'm actually gonna turn the music on for a bit because until it's like until it's the tutorial part, you know. Spotify up. One moment. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I was able to get this before, but oh, maybe I moved that file. Oh, I think that's what it happened, yeah. 1 second. I accidentally deleted the image I was using as the texture. One moment. Save this. Alright, there we go. And if I do this... Okay, there we go. And shown to that... Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, so I'm sure... I don't know, F? There we go. I'm sure you're probably all familiar with this shape. Just doing like a one little addition I wanted to do for the donuts, you know. All right, so look at this. Not too deep of a blue, but a good bit of blue. Like that about? No, darker than that. How do I switch it? 669,976. Thereabouts. Let's see. Maybe a smidge. There we go. A smidge darker. Okay, there we go. Shrink this size of this a bit. And I don't know how to turn the mirror thing off, but it does work for right now, I suppose. Alright, so about to there. A little peak. Gooch along the edges. Or hold on. Oh, where is the mirror? Right there. Hold on. It's like going like back and forth so I could see the referenced image of it. So it goes like there. It'll be like a sharper. Ah, nice. So it starts like halfway, a little above. So like here-ish. Curve it inwards. Wait, why did that? I was like the brush like different like further back. Oh, okay. That makes it a little tricky. But all right, also I think I went a little too wide with that. But there. That's about. And then like there. Fill. Oh, no, I want to do fill on there. There we go. Let's scale it up a little bit just for ease of like getting like this little trinkets done. Whoop. There we go. I probably like this part like a smidge creased out. Let's see, it's a bit of a sharper. Oh, a bit of a sharper go with this. Or not quite. Like that. Let's see, how is that looking? Uh, kind of. A little smoothing out. There we go. Be really careful trying to do this. It looks sort of good. How far does it go? That's sort of good. Uh, shave off there. It's a little off the top part. Probably too much, but that'll work. Feeling like myself today. And now this part, it's going to be like cover all, and then like it's a little finer points as we. Whoop. Ah, darn it. There. There, scroll that back. There. Probably, that looks alright. Now I get a little, shrink it down a little bit. This part. Careful with the little fangs. Up to there. Roll it down. How far does it go? Oh, ah, darn. Okay. Or also, I'll probably get this like a little more of a curve. Smidge, whoop. Just a little smidgeroony. And keep like the same like relative curve. That works. Sort it. There. That looks better. smidge more. I don't need to get like from like the angle exactly. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be perfect, but trying to get like general roundness. Approximate. Okay, good. Right, this one needs a little bit more of the looping, or like the upward arc of it. Almost until I messed up that one part there. There. Like that. A wee little bit of smoothing out there. Right, there we go. That's good. And shrink that down. So let's see, from the point, like just like as a base part, like it stops like at about the gap where this is. So like looking at that in the reference image. Obviously I don't have like the scale correct like exactly, but so the point of the tooth there, it's like just under like where the part there is. So it's like so it's that way. So it's like so there. There. Roll it up carefully. There, good. Okay, then the middle one is like a bit above where these go, so it's like there-ish. Like right there. I can't like mark it to try to get this spot. There. That almost until I like messed up the curvy part at the end there. There. And this. There we go. No, not clone. I want fill tool. Click on that. Good. Uh, there we go. Also, welcome Delta. How are you doing on this fine Thursday? Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you. Just trying to do the little texture painting stuff before like the actual next part of the lesson. Blocked your sister. What? Explain. What happened? You can't just say something like that and leave. What, like on like Battlefield or something, or? 'Cause that is a wild statement out of nowhere. Go. Probably can curve that a little bit better. Oh, it's too far. Uh, Yesterday happened. People were saying stuff they shouldn't say. Ah, okay. Like it's like something about uh, Charlie. I'm right. Like where they. Yep. Okay. Gotcha. Like where the like. I'm just guessing like. I don't know, like in support of what happened, or if they weren't, or just like bad like vibes on it, bad thoughts sort of thing. Like I'll say I'm not really actually familiar with like the whole situation. I don't look at much of the news stuff. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was like yeah crazy that happened. Uh, Yeah, I don't even know if I've like heard of the guy before, like prior to that. So I just don't look like, since I just don't look at news and stuff, you know. Shrink that down a bit. Does that look right? A little bit more there. Runda, I'm Runda. Hi, Vanty. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. 1 second. Posted a photo every share after the thing on profile with no reason. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, I get there too. Oh, macro. There we go. Yeah, it's probably for no reason. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Delta. Like, hopefully things get better for that whole situation. Like, hopefully things besides that have been all right. Just a crazy time right now, unfortunately. A bit more round here. It's looking like. Everything good in my head seems to figure yourself out. Gotcha. Okay, how am I messing this up? So sort of more of a almond. It's like going to like a point there. Um, let's see. Yeah. So how is your stuff, Vanty? And what do you do on your? And for everybody, like, so how did you? Like, how has your Thursday itself been? Did you do anything neat? Like anything good, I should say. Probably more apt. Let's see. It's like this part for sure. It's like has to be more of like a oval, like our almond. Thursday Night Football back on Amazon. Nice. I didn't know it. I didn't know it was on there, and I didn't know that ever left. Very cool. Football like Thursday Night Football, like American football, or the like Europe football or soccer. Actually, I'm assuming it's like the old pigskin John Madden type of football. Let's see. So that enter like the peak. American not foosball. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, let's see. I have those eyes like a bit low, actually, it looks like. Maybe. Or it's just not like arched high enough, perhaps. Yeah, it's just very cool. I never watched much of the old footy myself. It's still cool. Alright, a little bit too much. Alright, curve out this edge a bit. Logo's looking awesome, thank you. Hold on, where's, back? So yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like a, I think I said it before, but like those, hold on, gotta stop the funky beats for a second. So I think I said it before, but it's like like the sort of like the spider rings, you know, they have on like cupcakes and stuff like near Halloween. So I was thinking like essentially because these are like, I don't know, I can't zoom in more than that. Weird. So it's like the coloring of it is already like zone types, like the hair, like the purple for that, or like the hair and the sweater, and then like the blue, white, and black from the logo itself. So I was thinking to do like the little sort of ring thing, just like put on one of them, you know, just like a nice little, like instead of just like like doing the like just a tutorial as it is, like nothing different. I want to try and do like, okay, I'll try and do this and add like a little like homework or like extra task onto it as like a try to as a trying to learn it thing, you know. Again, like show an initiative and all that. Thank you. Yeah, I am messing up the eyes, so it's like it's more of like a even curve, like a little bit more of a point, like right at the middle there. Shave along that a little bit. Let's see. See, it's like much more of a precise point there. Not not exactly fat or flat. There. Then a similar slight rounding out adjustment there. Think that might have been too much, or maybe not enough, actually. He's smoothing that out. Let's see, maybe if I zoom, like, when I see that little flicker there. And that. Also, I see that inside part that needs it. There. That part. Okay, I think I got that part. Move that back all the way to there. Let's see. All right, a little bit more of a curve on this, if I can do that. I'll leave that part mostly uninterrupted. There, that looks good. Let's see, so the core part's there. On the actual one, it's like, no, they're going rounded. That part's right. Whoop. Ah, darn it. There you go. I messed up with the middle clicked. So the blue, yeah, I can probably adjust that a bit, or let's see. So that one, right? It ends like a bit at the eye line, and so it would be like a tiny bit more if I get that same. How do I? Is there like a way to do? Um, what's it called? Like the color picker thing. Maybe. 1 second. I just instead of like trying to like get it just with the numbers. Blender, eyedropper. The eyedropper tool. See. You will activate the eyedropper. Or no. As I can click on that, but it doesn't like. Shit, I don't actually know how to like alternate between those. I don't know like the point of it. Let's see, and that just like goes onto there. Spacebar. The eyedropper tool. S? No. Alright, I'll just have to try and like. Oh wait, no, there it is. There it is. There we go. I could probably smooth this. Let's see, so that part. A smidge of a better curve. Go from like there. Hey, that's not doing the same color. It's like a lighter tone totally. What the heck? I drag that. Oh, weird. Okay, that looks about the same. Okay. A little rounding out of this. I probably make that a bit bigger. Just round a bit more matched. Inside part there. Uh, all right. I think that hold on. I did a little bit too much on that part. Like just a smidge. There. Okay, so not. I'm looking at the eye. And it's sort of like flat like this, and then the round, or like the finer point rather. Like try and adjust this a bit. But then white. There. Little curving of that. Like these weird little shaggy ones, but I can't like do too much on that. I think that makes sense. I'm not done like by any means. I'm just doing like a quick save while I have it on this. Okay, so then if I go into that, I already got it all textured both sides. Nice. So then, what? Wait, why did it? Wait a minute, what? I had it there, but then not on. What? Um, why? Do I have to like save the texture paint for it to apply? Save texture paint. Save all images. UV image. Save. All right, and then and that. Huh? Why? Hold on, I'm confused. I did it here. I did it. Save that. View toolbar image. Save as a copy. Save the image. Current image setting. Right. On the layout. An image. I'm confused. Blank texture first. Material image. Canvas image. Uh. Save all images button. Where's save all images at? Oh, where is it? Why not? Hard not life for us, yeah. You know what? I like freaking Austin Powers Gold member. I'll say it. I don't care what anybody says. I still had a lot of laughs watching it. Most of funny, yeah, exactly. You lost his Vinky in an unfortunate smelting accident. And then like throwing around Mini-Me, like get him in like the bag and him on against the fridge and all that stuff. And the mole, of course. Where is... Okay, I'm confused here. Why is this not saving? Any softwares? No. Um, File, image. Yeah, I did save. I want to turn his Yoo-hoo gold. Driving on the... Yeah, it has like a motorized like vehicle, or not vehicle, but like the chair. Yes, that's classic. Uh, Yeah, it's a great movie. I'm still waiting for... I would still watch like Austin Powers 4 if they make it. In T-panel. I'm still trying to figure out the texture paint thing. Like, why is it not there? When you paint, you can save the image in the UV editor or in the image editor. I'm on the image. I heard another company that I've heard over a decade now. Sure, yeah, it was like that was like still going on when I was in high school. You know, it's like 2009, 2010 or so. I'm just not save the image. Save the image file. Yeah, I did that. Data block. That's in Paint. Number here. But I'll act like I do believe it. Alright, this is confusing. Yeah, I saved the image file. Then why is it not... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe... Okay, there we go. Okay. Up. I'm stupid. I was in the... hold on. Yeah, I was just in, like, the flat version of the thing. Okay. I'm stupid. Okay. That's my bad. I want, R and Z. Z. Oh, hold on. There. R, Y. Skull. R. On the Y-axis. Or, no. There. Like that. So now I want to add... Ouch. And probably like a torus would be like the easiest way compared to like uh compared to like the circle. And then not the Z-axis, I went to the Y-axis. Scale this up. And then, or maybe I could probably make this like a bit more solid. So it's not like super like a paper thin, you know? Let's see, it was like adding, it was like a solidify. There we go. And maybe like a smidge more of however I do that. There we go. Make this bad boy thick. Thick AF. uh, that could work. Like, really, it should be like a... What? Hold on. Okay. And it is like a little, like, weird stuff there. Shade smooth. Okay, Taurus. I need to make you... or less of the rings. How do I bring up that menu again? Blender, Taurus. What's it called? I can do it with a new one, just for like so I can see what it's called. Segments. How do I lower the segments after I already closed it? A Blender. Lower segments menu. Subdivide, edit tab. Edit mode. I'm on the Taurus. Right click and subdivide. And I don't want to... So it's that one. Let me scoot it like a bit over there so I can like select it fully without it going there. All right, right click, subdivide. Now I want to lower it. Actually, maybe it will be easier to just like do as the. Let me hide that. Create a cycle. Where is it? Oh, dang it, I wanted to keep that menu up. No, Shift A. Less vertices. Bigger radius. Then zoom that bad boy over here. Eventually. And then y-axis. Y-axis, Y. Let's scale that up. No, but that's no mass, so... Alright, so it will be the torus then. Let's leave that one. Show the torus again. Let's see, one of these, perhaps? Data constraints, no. How do I find it? Like, increase vertices and circle after work with it. That's what I need. Tab, select all vertices, a curved circle. 3D view window. I think that's what I'm already on. I'm assuming so, at least. Unless there's more over there. No, okay. Now select all vertices, click W. All vertices, W. Alright, hold on. Select a circle, enter mode. Select all versus A, click W. All right, hit W. Select subdivide. That does nothing. I'm edit mode. A. Mode extend, mode subtract. Subtract? Already set to 1 to by default. I want to and that could work. Dissolve the verses. There. No, I want. Shift that in there. Dissolve vertices. Yep. The opposite of what I want. Chief your stream booth, thank you. Actually, no, I'm just trying to lower radius of it, actually. How do I... Blender... Lower torus radius after. Shrink fan tool, Alt S in edit mode. Whoop. Unselect that. Whoop. I don't know. Almost. I do that, I can make it smaller, but I'm trying to do like this. Alt S. Not like that. No, that doesn't do it. This is a shrink fatten tool. 1 second. Let me. Also, as always, yeah.
To kind of adjust things afterwards if we don't like exactly
1 second.
How many segments it is, or how many subdivisions, or how large or how thick the radius is.
Yep.
In Blender, the second that you click off of it, you're essentially saying, okay, this is what I want my torus to look like. And there's no real way to kind of adjust that the way that Maya does. So the only way to actually do that is select the asset, go into edit mode, and then I'm going to go into X-ray mode, which is Alt Z. Alt Z, sorry. And make sure that everything's selected. If you don't have it selected, just select it all. Right. Go into your mesh, go into transform, and then go to shrink flatten or Alt S as the hotkey. And from here you can adjust the thickness.
I did Alt S for that. Like Alt S, and it just does like the big thing there. It actually seem to make it like any thinner. I could do that, but maybe if I do like this, then Alt S, so it's like a little easier for precise. Then shrink that. Maybe. That could be good enough, I think. Then scoot that over there. This way. don't know what that little selection is. So then, I get out of edit mode. What is this? That's weird. So it should be like in the middle. And rotate onto Z. Wait, what? Wait, why is it getting the control from like this point? Wait, why is that going from there? If I do, I want the entire torus. Hold on. Right there, then that. Okay. And shrink that down. Now Alt S. Bring that down carefully. Yeah, why can't I just like go back to that menu from here though? Like so weird. Subdivide. That adds more. I don't want to add more. I want to like go into the negatives of it. It's like so strange. Like you'd think there's like some simple way to do that. Like this is like the Alt S, but then it's just like just the same as like edit mode. Castlevania, yeah. Yes, I do. Well, I clicked on something. What did I do? Yes, I could do this, but like the Alt S is like just what makes it all weird like that. I can't get it actually like smaller than that. Maybe I should just do. Hold on. If I go to make a new one, make a torus. Where's that spawn at? Like right over there. Whatever presets. Oh, let's just lower that to like half. And maybe I could like how does that one look comparatively? No, so that's like more spiky. So I want it to like. Yeah, this is a weird thing. But in edit mode. No, I don't want to delete it. I want it to do rotate. So like rotating from this weird like middle point. As I rewind there. Like why is like moving independently of that? Make torus skinny. Subdivision modeling. Maybe that's.
And then do it again. It's
Hold on.
to say how many major and minor segments we want, and that's fine. But as soon as we do anything, even changing edit mode, that's it. That information's gone. We can't get that back. So we're stuck with that. We can fix that in our new version. And the other thing we can fix is that we don't have any control over the minor radius. once the thing's been made. We can cheat it by going into edit mode and using Alt and S, and that kind of works. The effect isn't repeatable, and we're not really given any numbers that we can work with in the future.
Do that
and also, if we do it too far,
immediately giant,
and then do it again, it's become a broken shape. The whole thing is gone. It's broken. That's no good.
Yeah, exactly.
What we need to do is to have a geometry that we can decide the weight of at any point, and have full control over the major, minor radiuses and all of the transforms as usual. Right. So let's see what we can do. Now, the arrows. It'll help us to orient ourselves in an empty with, well, it's called a cube. Let's rename anything at all. To change the shade, these can be changed, but it's best to lock them at this stage and control everything else in a slightly different way. Help us to orient ourselves in the very center of our scene. And we can achieve this by adding a new empty. You can choose any of the empties from the list. They all do the same thing. They're just displayed in different ways. Empty. I like to use the arrows. It'll help us to orient ourselves in the scene later on. So add that, and you can see...
A new empty? I'm just curious. Let's move that there.
It's represented by these axes, X, Y, and Z. And if we now select our object and go, and let's rename the empty actually to Torus Transform, because that's exactly what you can see.
Let's see what he does
it's
on
represented
this anyway,
by these axes, X, Y, and Z.
Part.
And if we now select our object and go to the second screw modifier, this time we do want to revolve around Z, but if we use the eyedropper, we can choose our new empty, and instantly we have a torus. Now if we shift select...
That was 4 years ago too, it's probably not even in date anymore. Weird. And this is like... It doesn't even look like that anyway, it's like an old version. F9 to bring back the cylinder. Well, that's the cylinder menu, but F9 selected. Torus selected, yes. F. Now let's just deselect all. Alright, hold on, I need to do a quick, be right back. Just be like a minute or so. Gotta use the restroom. And then we will try and figure this out. So excuse me. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, so one thought I had, maybe if I go, like, stuff like spawns like right here. I don't know why I can't get any like closer than that. There we go. It's like everything's like spawning like right there. So maybe if I do this, yes, and new stuff spawns but there. Maybe if I go this, and I'll be able to see it, and I cannot. Radius. Nah. Okay, I was thinking maybe I could like do a new one and see like the size from it there, but I could not. Okay. Wait. F. I thought it was a different song. So maybe if I do... What's extrude versus do? Not what I'm looking for. I want to just remove it, but not like... Delete versus is just the inverse. I don't want that. Dissolve. This is the same thing for some reason. Like what I want is like just for like to take out like the point there. Or A. So why does that not get moved? Like why is the like point not moving with it? Maybe if I do it like and Z. Go like that. Liminal Spaces song? This is a Godzilla one, apparently. If I do this... Wait, what? Why did it get all small like that? I wanted to do... edit mode first. Rank. This. Almost. I could do it like this. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay. Alright, we got it eventually. So then now... So I want to remove this part. Just of the torus. So yeah, so from there to there. All right, hold on. The skull, get this like lined like right up. Can I do a free jaw selection of it? No, I want a still select box, but like W? Oh, there we go. Oh, do the X-ray mode, of course. Make sure skull's not there. So let's delete that. Little one still like poking through. I got a skull there. Oh yeah, back on this part. There. There's all vertices. Bring the skull back. So then, let me F. Just like a straight up like delete of that one, I suppose. So there's just like the ring for the finger. And then, well, hold on, it's got that weird. One going that way. If I do that, and it's like, well, I just scoot it like a smidge over. Alright, that works. And then shade smooth. And then, yeah, there's nothing on this. Yeah, just like add more of that. I feel like at least looks like somewhat right. Okay, so then like move inside collection. Because if I do that, it doesn't move that one. So select both. Send them there. I'll probably just scale it up a little bit, I'm guessing. Or scale it down a little bit, rather. Yep. Alright, also, it's like, say, hold on. Okay, undo that scale down. No, it's black on the side, okay. That skull and Taurus. I guess just white when it's like scaled like that. So then, there. Move over this way. Get over this way. X that way. D. And a Y axis. There. And then I guess do like that. So bring it out a little bit. So the Y. Now that works. I do a rotate on the like that. Good. Y axis, no. Z, no. Okay, I think that makes sense, right? Seems like a, or should it be on this side? Oh, not like the taller one. It's like, I think that works there. Okay. Alright, I think that works. So then now, let me save. Always gotta save to be sure. So with that, let us go into the next, like, actual part of the tutorial itself. Blender tutorial. There we go. In which case it is lighting.
God said, let there be light, which is the topic for this tutorial. Now we want to create the look of a morning kitchen countertop. Like you just woke up in the morning, the sunlight's coming in and it's warm. And then God said, let there be
Z rendered. Okay. Z
light, which is the topic
rendered
for this tutorial. Now we want to create the look of a morning kitchen countertop. Like you just woke up in the morning, the sunlight's coming in and it's warm and it's inviting. So we want to have some sunlight coming in from
on that mode. Hold on. Yeah, render. Oh, there it is. Just needs to be like a lot stronger of a light, I guess. That doesn't seem to do anything. You can see it like there, it's like way up close. Maybe we'll say the way to make it stronger.
Now we could take our default lamp
hold on.
Here and turn it into a sun lamp.
A sun lamp. Sun. Okay. A lot stronger like that. Cooking up them donuts. That doesn't do anything. So move that back over there.
And then try to angle it like that. But the reason that this looks so terrible is that one of the key components of natural light is not just the sunlight, but the skylight around it. Getting that the right shades of blue and white and the gradient as it goes towards the horizon. Right. And that's actually quite difficult to do. But thankfully, there's a relatively newish feature in Blender which we can use. So rather than using any lamp at all, I'm going to delete the lamps so there is no light in my scene whatsoever.
Okay. Delete the light. Light hath been deleted.
And instead, go to my world tab here. And then where we've got color, I'm going to click the little yellow dot and then select sky texture.
All right, world tab, color, sky texture. Okay. World tab, color, sky texture. Okay.
And what this has added is, besides just the sky texture, it's also added in a sun lamp. So if I rotate around, we should see, look at that, real sunlight coming across it.
Let me see. Real sunlight. Rotate. Oh, there we go. Rotate that the other way. Neat. 1 second. Oh, my friend just let me know they got the like the Isaac item in Fortnite. Oh yeah, if you didn't see that, like Binding of Isaac got a little bundle in Fortnite now. There's like a little Isaac back bling thing that's like reactive too. So it's like when you open a chest, it has like a chest over its head. Or if you get hurt, it does like, well, I mean, it's already crying, but like more crying. Got like a mom's knife pickaxe, and you could ride around on the Duke of Flies. Pretty silly. I might get it if I'll have enough like left over for the next season with that.
Now it is very hot by default. So if you go to your render settings, underneath color management at the very bottom here, you've got an exposure slider.
Okay, render settings. Color management, exposure. There we go. Ah, the light and the dark. What did it start off at? Like 0. Wait, hold on, did I go too far back? I might have. Alright, hold on. I go back to here. And then to rotate. There we go. Unless I go in that way. And then onto the render. Lower that exposure just a bit. I like it. I like it there.
Which you use actually quite a lot. You can see the lighting has stayed the same, and it doesn't have to re-render anything. This is purely just adjusting, the sensor essentially on your camera. And if you hold down Control, I usually just snap it to a -2. Now back to the sky settings. So what this is, essentially.
Maybe I could have like a little brighter. There's a smidge. There we go.
It's created the exact look of the sky, a real sunlight, that little sun disk over there, and everything will change depending on what you set, like the elevation, right? If you set it to be like really low in the sky, well, that's like morning light. And you can see it's changed everything to be like a warm
time of day
look, right? So we got like really warm light over everything. And if you change it to be like noon, like the sunlight is coming directly above it, you can see it's overhead. A lot colder. And that's because as the sunlight goes lower in the sky, it's now passing through more of the atmosphere. So it's like decaying the light, and you get, get like an orangey look. But as it goes more vertical, then it's a lot more clearer and cleaner.
Well, that's cool. Let me see that. Done over. So at 15 right now. Going overhead. And it's turning into nighttime. That's interesting. I was at 15 default. It's time to wake up. Time for your breakfast. Let's like that. I like that nice, like, bouncing off of this color of that. Pretty nifty.
Anyway, it's a very cool setting that is relatively new in Blender. But yeah, so I'm actually going to leave it at the default at around 15 degrees. The one thing I will change though is the sun size. So you get like really, like clean, hard shadows from the sun. And this sun size here, the reason for this very weird measurement, 0.545 degrees, is because it's actually the real sun size in relation to the Earth. But there are reasons for changing that, because if the sun goes through a cloud, then obviously the cloud is now lighting up and it's creating more of a dispersed look. So from the look of the camera, I usually just adjust this to be like a 2 or a 3, and it just makes the sun a little bit softer around the edges and a little nicer, at least.
Let me look at that. Sun size 5.45. Go. I could do that. I don't know. I haven't really made any.
According to me.
Any change. Certainly a different lighting.
So looks better, but now we have another problem, which is that the skylight is just bleeding in from all directions, right? Because obviously it would. So we need to create an enclosure around it to obviously act as an indoor space. And just before we do that, though, whilst I was preparing for this tutorial, I noticed that the donuts are a little close to my backsplash here. And that matters because we're going to use depth of field later to make things that behind it are like out of focus, but we can't really do that if it's too close to the backsplash. So I'm just going to increase the distance there and also just scale it up a little bit.
Okay, so like move the wall on the floor. Let's scoot that There. G. Z? No. Y. Alright, no, it's not everything. Wait. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to take it out from the collection thing. I could just do like this. And the Y. Put it there. Scale it a bit. Maybe like move like a bit further back. Or like that, I'm guessing is how they're setting it up.
Because now that it's in the background, yeah, otherwise you'll see like the corners actually appear in the render, which we...
And they're hitting an O for the view. Or the camera. Oh, number pad 0. It doesn't even appear there. What? Maybe if I do... No, that's gone. Why is that gone from there? That's strange. Hold on. Yeah, why is that... Oh. There. Yeah, why is that suddenly gone? Floor and wall. And floor and wall. Oh, dang it. Just the floor and the wall. There. And that's not even like up there though now. Z. Like that. And then when I go to... No, why does that disappear? Like, why is mine disappearing when he does that?
Which we don't want. So just make that a little bit bigger, move it up. Okay, that's pretty good.
Is it just like too far away? Or something? Oh, yeah, let me just like try this. Does it still do it then? Okay, no, that part, or that distance like works. Huh. Interesting. What if I have it there? No, that part's too far. But then that's like showing there. What the heck? I am confused. I mean, what else is new? But huh. That is strange. Blender wall disappears 0. And the issue is the clip point. Clipping distance too high. Zoom in out, go to properties panel, hit N, click start. N. What? Camera clipping. Whatever. I'll see if he adjusts that.
So essentially, yeah, you just want to have like 1, 2, 3-ish plate widths, I think will do it. But yeah, something like that. And I also now just want to make sure, just fiddling around with this now, but yeah, this has got to be positioned exactly on the plate as well.
A 3-ish plate width. And it looks like 3-ish, give or take. Maybe if I do that and this, take out the floor. And I'll go back to the standard selector. Not W. What the? There we go. G, Y. There. And turn those back on. And that still does that. Huh. Not plate. Floor. And G, Y. Is it like a bit further? Does that part work? Or no, closer than that? Wall and floor. Dang it, not everything. There. G, Y. How about to there? What the heck? Wall and floor. G, Y. It's just moving the wall. G, Y. About to there. Now then it gets all like weird away from the side. If I do that. Huh. Yeah, that is confusing. Hold on. R. I wanted that to go. Yeah, it's like going like a bit forward too. Not sure why. Looks good. Now, can it be moved backwards now, or there's like something to the angle? No, that's like doing that. Like, what the heck? Unless it's still forward. What the heck? Wall, G, R, R. No, not that. I want this. Y. Or no, X. Okay. Why is it doing that? Camera. Yeah, that's very odd. Do this. Go back to this. I can actually see. And from here, yeah, no, that already does it. And no, I can't go further back. A wall, floor, wall and floor. Let's zoom that. Bring it up. There. I'll just see if they address that again.
Awesome. Okay, so that enclosure. Obviously, to create that enclosure, we are going to be adding in a cube. So Shift A, Mesh, Cube. And I want to scale this down because although it is like a kitchen, right? Nothing outside of the frame is going to be in the shot. So making it bigger than it needs to be is just going to add to the render times because then light has to bounce around those things and
Okay. Shift A, cube. Why is it over there? And I want to this. Shift A, cube. A big old cube. Like sort of that size it looked like.
Yeah, not good. So, yeah, something scaled about that. I don't know, something like that. Now,
About the same size. Move it over there. Up that way, like give or take, should look like.
really what I want it to do is just like that corner here, I want it to be locked to this point. Like I want to move it to that point. And previously in Blender, this was a really fiddly process. I would have to tap G and then Z, move it along that, and then try and time it here, and then here, tap G and then Y and move it. And it would never be exactly correct. It would always just be slightly off. Well, now there is a new feature in Blender, literally, that came in this release, 4.0, that has changed the game. So there was a bunch of snapping improvements. So I will show you them now. So it's actually easy to understand if you just go into wireframe mode.
Wireframe mode. Okay.
So if I tap G, so I'm moving my cube, if you hit B, it now enters you into a new state called snapping mode. So the first thing it's asking you is what is the origin?
G and B. G, B. Hold on. No, actually, let me scroll down my mouse. So
of the object that you're moving that you want to be the snapping point. So essentially, as I mouse over this, you can see the cursor is changing. When it's a circle, that means it's going to snap to that face. If it is a crosshair, that's that edge. If it's a triangle, that's the middle point of the edge, which is sometimes useful. And if it's a square, then that's a vertice. So this is on the object that is selected right now, okay? So I obviously want that corner vertice, so I'm just going to do a single click there. Now, after I've clicked, you can see I'm able to select whichever point in the rest of the scene I want to snap it to. So just like, again, it's a square when it's a vertice. So when I'm on these faces here, right
square on the
there,
square,
I'll do a single click. And there we go. So you can see.
Okay. Square. And the square. What? Wait, why did mine not? G. Cube G B. Yeah, it has that part. But it's not like doing the blocking on the other part. Did they click something else?
So I'm just going to do a single click there. Now, after I've clicked, you can see I'm able to select whichever point in the rest of the scene I want to snap it to.
Yeah, mine's not doing that. Cube. B. Hold on. G, no. B. It's just there, but it's not snapping onto the other stuff. Why is it not doing that? Snapping. Yeah, snapping not working. Why is snap to face? Select the object, control is to scale. Hold on. Alt A. Scale, I don't know if that did anything for that. And cube, G, B. Click on there. It's still not doing it. Why is it not? Why is it not doing it? What the heck? Hold control while snapping? Maybe that. B. No, hold on. So G, B. Control. That is not doing it. What the heck? Face. Watch 8:30. Is this the right tutorial? That's something else. Why is it? Hold on. G to be snapping. Ever snapping force table. Not sure why it doesn't work. Snapping menu. If I don't understand the different cursors when snapping mode, G to B, 536. Snapping mode being set at the top of the display window, set it to increment. Beside the magnet icon. Increment? That I had to do? No, it's still not snapping onto the freaking thing. What the heck? Hold on. Yeah, no, Blender snapping not going? Versus not snapping. Hold on. Go into a tutorial to figure out the tutorial. Whatever.
Watch flow, loading. And then it increases accuracy. So let's take a look at how we can utilize snapping inside Blender. So to turn on snapping, you have to come up to this icon here, this magnet icon, which represents snapping. So once we check it, we've turned it on, right? At the same time, we can do Shift plus Tab to turn it on or off, right? So without snapping, if I try to move this box here, you can see what we have, right? So let's say I want to create 3 boxes which are equally distanced from each other, or which are equally flush to each other. I'll do Shift D. I'll have to move it, and then I'll have to guess where exactly this box is. Is it equally or what? I will not even be able to tell unless I have snapping turned on, and then I'll have that much precision needed. So let me quickly select this X to delete it, right? So once we have snapping turned, snap of so together, right, it moves with a lot of precision. So that's what snapping is. So if you let me delete this. If we quickly toggle our menu, you can see we have a lot of options. In this tutorial, we'll try as much as possible to go through most of them, the most essential ones, so that by the end, you'll be able to...
Let me try the face one, I guess. Let me actually pick it. There. See. On it. Increment face. Maybe. GB. Now, why is it still not connecting? What the heck? Hold on.
So just like, again, it's a square when it's a vertice. So when I'm on these faces here,
something here and else on this?
It all came all to understand. If you hit B, it now enters you a tab. So it's actually easy to understand if you just go into wireframe mode.
We have wireframe and that one selected. I got both of those selected.
So if I tap G, so I'm moving my cube. If you hit B, it now enters you into a new state called snapping mode. So the first thing it's asking you is, what is the origin of the...
He has like the environment. Move that way. Select the environment.
Object thing it's asking you is what to a new D. So I'm moving my cube. If you
I can't move the cube unless I click on that. A and B is a corner. Not snapping onto it. What the heck? Why is everything on my Blender not working correctly, man? What the hell?
You hit B, it now enters you into a new state called snapping mode. So the first thing it's asking you is, what is the origin of the object that you're moving
like this all being
that
like
you want to
be
the snapping point? So essentially, as I mouse over this, you can see the cursor is changing. When it's a circle, that means it's going to snap to that face. If it is a crosshair, that's that edge. If it's a triangle, that's the middle point of the edge, which is sometimes useful. And if it's a square, then that's a vertice. So this is on the object that is selected right now, okay? So I obviously want that corner vertice, so I'm just gonna do a single click there. Now, after I've clicked, you can see I'm able to select whichever point in the rest of the scene I want to snap it to.
Not on mine.
So just like, again, it's a square when it's a vertice. So when I'm on these faces here,
would it even... Oh, let me just, like, try. Make another freaking cube just to see. Would it even show up on this one? Yes, I have that there. This cube selected. G, B, put on that. Yeah, it's not even lining up with this one either. Like, what the heck? I am very confused. U, G, B. It clicks on that, but that's all. It's like the only thing it clicked on is itself.
Here, right there. I'll do a single click. And there we go. So you can see it's perfectly aligned it with the bottom of that, backsplash there. Now it is a little weird. I'll be honest. Like, maybe it's more weird because I've been using Blender for so long. Maybe beginners find it a little bit easier. But yeah, like the fact that you're in a move state, then you're hitting B, and you will be moving it, but it's in a snapping mode rather than a placement mode. It is a little weird. And also, just to make it even more complicated, you can hold down Alt at any point and then middle mouse to drag around. Because sometimes you want to snap like that point, but then you need to select a point underneath an object. So you can hold down Alt middle mouse and then find that point. and snap it to that. So that's even weirder, but I'm very glad it's in there because it is great, but it is just like takes a little bit to wrap your head around. But I will continue using it actually. So in face select mode, in edit mode, you can see this is too high up. So I can just, I could try and place it like this, or I could hit B and then go this point.
Well, since it doesn't work, I just have to like scale that manually. But then, like hard to tell with that mode. Edit mode. That face. That goes like that. It's already like pretty much just on it, so that works.
To that point. Same here. G, B, this point to that point. Yeah, it's pretty useful. I mean, it doesn't have to be this exact. I mean, this is just stuff that's outside of the frame, but anyways. All right, and I'll move this out. So I do need to create a little bit of space here because the camera needs to sit here.
Okay, so drag that one for the camera. So G, Y, like that. Okay.
Obviously, so there needs to be a bit of space there.
Right.
But if I move inside, you should see some flickering. Yay for flickering. The
object mode in there. Actually, I'll move that one back a bit more. There we go. Object mode. I don't really see the flickering stuff.
Flickering is because obviously the cube comes with 6 faces, but we've already got 2 planes right here. And we don't really need those planes. We could actually map a marble texture to the cube, but then you have to deal with UV unwrapping and all that stuff.
Rivals?
I find it's actually easier sometimes to just work with planes and use that instead. So instead, with the cube here, I'm just going to remove the 2 faces that I don't need. So the back face and then this bottom face. So select.
So wait, how do you do that?
To the cube, but then you have to deal with UV unwrapping and all that stuff. I find it's actually easier sometimes to just work with planes and use that instead. So instead, with the cube here, I'm just going to remove the 2 faces that I don't need.
Edit mode.
So the back face and then this bottom face.
Whoop. There. The cube. Why is it not letting me pick on the face? Back one and the bottom one.
Face. So selecting those 2 and then hit X, which is another way to delete.
X.
And not vertices, that's what we've been doing currently. Instead, hit faces. So
X faces. Okay.
it's just deleting those faces. So now you should see you have, it's kind of like an open box.
Is it in fact an open box? It is. One style the snake would be proud of.
4 sides, and then the back and the bottom are open. And now what I need is an opening on the left-hand side to be that window. So to do that, I'm going to cut into it so that I get a little bit of gap.
Opening on the left. On that part.
Here on the left-hand side to be like the gap between the wall and the window, and then another gap here between the bottom of the countertop, and So I'm going to inset, and for that tool it's I. So I for inset, and it's now kind of like it's shrinking that face into itself, and you're just like choosing its scale essentially. I'll hold down Shift to get a more precise movement. And yeah, about there. That's pretty.
Okay, so I. Shrink it. Wait, why can't it? Huh? Wait, how does he get even further?
Shift to get a more precise I for inset. So I'm going to, inset. And for that tool, it's I. So I for inset.
I'll have like the mouse further away when you do it. Like here. Okay, there we go. There. Bit more of a rectangular one.
And it's now kind of like it's shrinking that and shift. And now precise movement. For
some reason.
And yeah, about there. That's pretty good. And now I just delete that face. So again, X and then faces.
And X faces. X faces gives me a little opening in the box. Cool.
Awesome. So we should now see this, which in rendered view mode, rendered view mode should hopefully look okay.
Z rendered. Let me zoom. Not quite. Oh, wait. That's the wrong side. God dang it. So that part right there is that. I guess that one. Delete faces. Click on this one. And that's the eye thing. Delete that one. Next, faces. Then go to the rendered. That's a bit more. But that's still gone when it does it, though. Not sure why. Actually, like a bigger hole, too, it looks like. Go with this mode. The eye. Just like that. And then faces. And the rendered. And then, let's see, a G, Y, and G, Z. Why is that like curved at an angle? I don't know if I just do that. And down a bit. Like, how is that? Sort of. Oh, then that's like clipping onto that part. Edit mode. Okay. And so it looks a bit better. Still don't know why the thing is hidden there, but I'll see if that's addressed later.
Yeah, not bad. Now this window frame here, it really is just acting like the control for the light. So if I want, I can much more precisely place this. Like I don't want that much light coming in, creating all that light on this side of the wall there. I can also say maybe I need more space here, so that I've got a little bit of the light. So window frame here, it really is just acting like the control for the light. So if I want, I can much more precisely place this. Like I don't want that much light coming in.
Edit mode. D. Y. Wait, no, this is like doing like a whole thing.
Creating all that light on this control for the light. So if I want, I can much more precisely place this. Like I don't want that much light coming in.
Middle bar, okay. Then, no, that's still like dragging like the whole thing. Looking on that part. Okay, there we go. Like that. Or no, then that's like what the. Right, whatever. I don't need to move that.
Creating all that light on this side of the wall there. I can also say maybe I need more space here, so that I've got a little bit of darkness, so I could put some things in the background without them falling into light. And then this bottom face here, sorry, this bottom edge, this is going to control where the light starts in the scene, right? So if it's like all the way down here, then it's, yeah, anyways, you get the idea. Just sort of shaping the light.
Okay. There. No. Zoom here, click on this one. No, not freaking there. G. Z. Let's go sort of like that. It's like more lighter.
Awesome. And now with the camera selected, I'll just move this down a little bit, angle it up. There we go. Awesome. I mean, you can also just do this in fly mode, shift tilde key.
Camera. Shift tilde. That's good, besides like the friggin' sides not appearing for whatever reason. I have no clue why.
But I like hitting the R tool and then just selecting the axes, and I can just tilt the camera exactly where I want it.
Right.
Awesome. So much better. We've controlled the skylight, so the skylight is no longer coming in. But we have uncontrolled lighting in the sense that this wall here, that's over here, that is supposed to represent the rest of the kitchen, is hitting and receiving all of that sunlight, and it's just filling in all of this space on the right-hand side. And that's not good because we want shadow. Shadow is actually a good thing. It helps reveal form. A lot of new artists, like, they get scared of shadow. They try and like fill everything in and light everything. You do want shadow. Shadow is a good thing. So all this uncontrolled space is not good. So essentially we need to do just like what you would do in the real world, and that's to create a, like what a photographer would do. They make like a black fill card, right? And that's just to essentially stop bounce lighting from hitting the subject.
Okay.
So it's a good excuse to learn about a new feature. So with the cube selected, if I go...
It's a cube selected. Cube. Okay. Wait, why is... Whatever. Alright, cube selected.
To the materials and then hit new. We're going to keep the white material for everything else, right?
Material.
White walls.
White walls, okay. Cube. And material. White walls, okay.
But then I can add another material right underneath this one by hitting the plus button, then adding another material, and I'll call this one black wall.
Okay, plus and black wall. Black wall. Okay.
And I actually will change the shader from principled to a much simpler diffuse.
Diffuse. Okay. Shader to diffuse.
Diffuse. It's just easier for cycles to calculate than a full principled one. And then this, I'll just change the color to be really dark, almost black.
Okay. Wrong part. Change the color to almost. Okay.
All right, and now in edit mode, I'm going to go face select.
Edit mode, face select. I'm on edit mode and face select. I'll click on that one, I'm assuming.
And I'm going to select that one wall that I want to have the black wall material to. And then here I select it from the material list, black wall, and then hit assign.
Okay. There. Sign. That's a sign. It's like a lot darker then.
And importantly, you won't see the assign select, these buttons. They'll only appear when you're in edit mode. So if you don't see it, it's because you're not in edit mode. So in edit mode, select the face, then you'll see it and hit assign. And now look at that. We have much more control. And in fact, because this light, sunlight is hitting this wall and it's currently dark, this color here now becomes almost like the control for how much fill light I want on the right-hand side of the donuts. Right. So the brighter it goes, the more fill light I get. Yeah, just a very simple way to...
They have it on like less lighting? They're like there. I'll do this. So I can like see it like a bit easier. I don't want that. And it's like bouncing it all off. Sort of like that.
Control that lighting a bit better. Awesome. That's looking pretty good. The other thing I'm going to do is...
then with that, maybe I should like adjust the elevation stuff a little bit. So I have that like, what? Like 4. Do it like that. That's a little bit too much. There. And back to that. Okay.
is I'm going to adjust the sun intensity. So there's a separate measurement here just for intensity. Now you could drop the intensity of the whole sky texture as well. But when you do that, it also drops the sky texture, right? And so I found it was like, for a while when the feature came out, I was like it was very hard to control. But I realized like if you keep the strength at 1, but then you reduce the sun intensity, you could like, for example, reduce the sun intensity like by a lot and then increase your exposure. And then it's like the sunlight is there, but it's a lot softer, right? It's not like so overbearing.
Right.
But essentially what I want to do, I'm going to set this sun intensity to 0.5. So it's half of its brightness.
Okay. That's sun intensity. I'll put it at 7. How about that? Huh?
But the sky texture has full brightness, so it's just a little, a little less hot, essentially. Awesome. Now, 2 things I will show you before we close this tutorial, which can be useful to know. One is how to import a model, okay? Because although as a beginner, it's good to understand modeling tools and know how to build things, when you start building scenes, it's very common, professional artists in studios, to just make use of model libraries.
Right.
Because there is so much you need to model and basically fill in to create a realistic, believable scene. It's just too much for one artist to do. So it's very common to make use of model libraries. So what I want you to do is click the link in the description and you will find this model, the wood utensils, which we're
wood utensils.
going to put in the background, is a free model. And it's available in multiple softwares. The one we're looking for is the Blender file. So hit download on that. And then just like before, unzip the file that you receive. And inside it, you should see a bunch of textures and then one .blend file. Then we're going to go to File. You would think Import, but...
Okay, hold on. Let me download that. Server error, wonderful. Click on .blender. I'm on .blender. And it has a server error. Okay. Server error. Download. Okay, there we go. That.
Unzip the file that you receive, and inside it you should see a bunch of textures and then one .blend file. Then we're going to go to File.
File. Wait,
hold
on. Let me unzip it. Utensils, unzip, or extract rather. There. Okay.
Think import, but actually this is for external file extensions, like not blend files. If you want to import a blend file, it's actually the append option. Okay, so now we select that .blend file.
Okay. Append. Why can't I append? Or in object mode, I'm in object mode. File. Append. Why can't I append? Did it change it? Something? They're in object mode. Blender append. Yeah, grayed out. In edit mode? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Documents, Blender stuff, utensils, that. And it's a whole pack of stuff. What the heck?
File, you would think import. If you want to, we select that .blend file, double click it, and now we're actually reading the blend file. We're reading the information inside that blend file, and it's saying, what do you want to import? Do you want to import just a single object from that blend file? Do you want to import, a texture or a material perhaps?
Right.
But in a lot of cases, if it's just a blend file that contains like one model, it's often going to be in a collection, a single collection. So go into collection and then just click the one that's there. And then
okay, collection, one that's there. Okay.
then hit append. And now, even though there is multiple objects as part of this, it's just brought in all of them and it's put it into a collection already.
Did it? Where? Why is everything spawning so small? I don't understand. Turn off that. There. On. Everything's spawning small for some reason. There. Utensils jar. Why is it not letting me move it now? G. Why is it what? Why did it then take away the ability to move? There we go. Weird. There. Y axis to look like. Okay.
Utensils jar 001. So now I'm just going to move this into the back of my scene and that's it. So that's how to import data from one blend file into another.
Okay, just move that like over to the right. There. I don't want to delete. There. Y. And X. Like there is just how it looked like.
It's going a little slow for me. I'm going to move that. There we go. So I just want it, somewhere in the background like that. The other thing.
Okay, hold on. I go to the 0. And then that's not there either. What the? It's like the. Hold on. The camera wire, is it so like. The focal length? No. Like, why is it like not like capturing everything? What the heck? No, that doesn't change anything with it. The camera sensor fit. At 5,000.
Thing I want to show you how to do is how to install an add-on. Because although you might think that's kind of like an advanced user thing, you will very quickly realize that a lot of workflows rely on add-ons. So add-ons are very powerful and there's a lot of them out there.
Right.
And it's not actually clear how to install add-ons to beginners. So I thought I would include that. So obviously we're going to use the Polygon add-on. I mentioned this earlier. It just lets you like download and import objects with
N and polygon. Hold on. There. Now let me move the camera back a bit. Why? I'm also curious, does that like take it away? No, okay. N polygon. I'm on the polygon thing. Okay.
I mentioned this, that I would include that. So obviously we're going to use the polygon add-on. I mentioned this earlier. It just lets you like download and import objects with one click. And there's a bunch of free models in here as well, so you can actually get started with those. And
download and import. Do I even see that? Not gonna be paying for stuff on it. Silly game, silly start, self-control on bed. Sorry, your the game's not going that great.
And do some interesting things. Click the link in the description. This will take you to the download page, and you're just looking to download that. Great. So you can see it's downloaded a single zip file. And importantly, you do not want to unzip that zip file. And the reason is that Blender installs add-ons from the zip file that is unextracted. So to install an add-on, you go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and then at the top, click on Install. Then locate where you downloaded the zip file, just that there, and then you just hit Install. And now if it's correct, if it's like found and located an add-on inside that zip file, it should then automatically take you to the name of that add-on in the search. So you just have it there. And then to enable it, you just do a single click to check it, and it's now enabled. Now, obviously, every add-on will have a different way of accessing it, but commonly they are in the sidebar, which is exactly where the polygon one is. So you'll see the tab here. They might actually be changing the sidebar at some point in the future, but for now, this is, anyway, how it is. So then, just go log in via browser. It's going to take you.
Yeah, I'm already logged in, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm already logged in, already got Polygon there. I'm not gonna freaking pay for a plan of this. It's stupid. 35 a month? Are you fucking crazy?
You to the website. It'll say login confirmed. Return back to the add-on, and you can type in free, and you can see a whole bunch of different.
All right, turn back to the add-on, type in free. Free. Enter. And it's showing just like different textures and stuff. Only 10 pages worth. So that's not super great.
Different assets there. So actually one that I will import, if I go to my models section and then go to vegetation, there's a bunch of different plants here. There's like
models, 4 vegetation. Vegetation, okay.
4 free ones, I believe, so you can use one of those. I'm going to be using a paid one, just this spider one I thought looked quite nice. But yeah, you can access one of these free ones if you want to.
Okay. I will not do a paid one. That's also stupid. Flex, welcome. How are you doing? How's the emote drawn stream? Oh, it's good to see you. I did a shout out earlier, but I can do another one. My Dino Dollar. Active T Rex. There we go. How's the rest of your stream? I was there for a bit. Hopefully the emote's looking. Well, I mean, I already know it's looking cool. Hopefully it all went well. I mean, that 1 second. I've been trying to do some more of this Blender stuff. I was able to get this to the painting on like the little logo parts and like making like the side walls. Emote is pretty much done. Hope it turns out readable. I'm sure it will be. It's cool. Thank you. Yeah, it took like some figuring out how to actually get it to get colored. They cool. They cool, yummy. Yeah, thank you. Parties, I'll learn more. I'll just do that one. But cool, I'm looking forward to seeing the finished one. Import 2K. It's over there, I think. What? Hold on. I think I hit something wrong. Did you hit just like import from that menu?
I believe, so you can use one of those. I'm going to be using a paid one, just this spider one I thought looked quite nice. But yeah, you can access one.
Right from there. Import. Import as collection?
Paid one, just this spider one I thought looked quite nice. But yeah, you can access one of these free ones if you want to. And they're quite, so you can use one of those. I'm going to be using a paid one, just this spider one I thought looked.
No, just think it goes like right away for his. But I do not have that. 1K download. Import 1K. Oh, there it is. Why is it so tiny? Like everything's like spawning super small for some reason. But I really don't know why it's doing that. It's awfully silly. There we go. Now it's like over there. Close that part of the menu. There. The X. And like that. It's all really slow with the rendering stuff. There we go.
Quite nice. But yeah, you can access one of these free ones if you want to. And there we go.
Like this takes a lot of like figuring out to try to do.
We are nearing the finish line. I can feel it. We're getting close. So join me in the next part. We're going to dive into the composition and then animation and then the final render.
Animation. Okay. The lighting is pretty. Yeah, there's like a whole like a sun thing it has. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, I gotta figure out why it's doing this. It's like I'm hitting a 0 that goes into like the camera view, but it's like the wall and the stuff behind us not getting like seen for some reason. I think it's like something like camera draw distance or something like that, maybe? I don't know. I have to like look it up, but I'm not sure how or like what I actually need to look up for the fix, you know? That lighting is pretty, but yeah, it has like a... Hold on. If I zoom out, I could take away the... That's just hiding it for showing. Actually, let me save before I do any fiddling with it. So it's like the sun size and like elevation stuff, so you could like have it at like 3.2. You just like move it so it's like, oh, the sun's like rising overhead. Like, yeah, directly over, right in the middle of the day. Shadows shifting, and it becomes further on the other side, and slowly turns to night. And for all time for everybody to go to bed. There's like do different like stuff like that. There's like strength and like altitudes and stuff too. And then how like the inside room part, so it's like wrong cube. Like the inside, so it like bounces off and has like the reflection stuff over there. It's pretty neat. Like very, very complicated for me. But pretty neat. How is that? So yeah, so how would I... And it's still like a long way away from like the actual like model posing part, which is like what I'm really trying to... Which is what I want to learn it for, like for making just like pictures and stuff like that. That's like the main part I am seeking to learn here. but doing this good old tutorial first. Yeah, excuse me. Had to get some water. So yes, I'm glad the rest of your stream went well. And I look forward to seeing the finished emote. I know it'll look quite cool. So let me see. How would I search for this? So like Blender camera, like not showing stuff in the back. Bless, thank you. Of course, like very good artist. It'll look quite snazzy. And so you said it was the on Saturday, right? Like the 13th, and also like 14th is like the two birthday things, correct? I think that's what the little picture showed. I'm just making sure. Blender camera and not showing further away stuff. Well, that's the way I would search for it. Saturday and Sunday, very cool. I'll definitely like at least like be able to pop by for a bit. Is it like the same? Like everything is like the same, like start time like 6 or so, or is it going to be like, oh, like starting earlier or later, so there's like more time for all the festivities stuff? Like if you have like thought that far ahead, I mean. Because I think on Saturday, like it might be like one different. That starts earlier both days, 11 a.m. Okay, gotcha. So I would still be like, so I'll still be sleeping when it starts. Is it going to be like or is it like longer, like the 500-minute one, or like not that long? But on Sunday I end at 3 p.m. and Saturday go till whenever. Gotcha. Very cool. I know there's like a Pokemon thing going on that I want to like walk around with my friend for a bit. But that should be done like before 5, so I should like ideally like on Saturday, I mean. So I should ideally be able to finish that so I could pop by and say hello. Well, actually no, I'd leave at 2, so I'd be able to say hi and birthday wishes before then. So don't you worry. But yeah, it's very cool. Like, did you say like stuff that was in mind, or is it just like drawn like the emotes of it? Don't worry, Papa. Would love to see you, but totally understand if you can't make it. Now, I'll be there. I don't know for how long, but I will be there. Like, especially if like going for a couple hours after 11. I'll pop right on by before eating lunch. Yeah, I hope you have I know it'll be a wonderful birthday. It'll be very cool. So everybody go see her birthday. Or if you don't, I'll bonk you. Where's my? There we go. Yeah, if you don't, I'll bonk you. You don't want that. I'm gonna do some games and have some special guests. Hopefully the emotes will be ready for the birthday event. Very cool. What sort of games? Like, I guess like a multiplayer stuff, like a Peak and all those like stuff going around right now. Just off the top of my head, I guess. I have not played that yet.
Image visible in your viewport, but once you switch to your camera view or you render it out, it's nothing but blank. The way you fix this specific problem is to select your camera, go to your object data properties of your camera, and
I have to do online games because my computer can't handle heavy game. Because my computer can't handle heavy gaming. Oh, okay. That's like what sort of like what sort of online games aren't? What sort of online games aren't heavy? Just like browser-based stuff, or?
And yeah, where it's got clipping, like you just want to max this out to maybe 10,000 and press enter, and the object will appear.
It's browser-based. Gotcha. Do you have any in mind already? Or are you gonna? Excuse me. Sorry. So you have like any in mind, or are you gonna like look up like browser games like day of and see what chat's feeling like? How did you get to that? Also, was 4 years ago. I clicked on the little camera icon. My twin and I are gonna play That's Not My Neighbor. I think I've seen that. Unless I'm thinking of like a demon type game. That's Not My Neighbor. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw the Scary Game Squad play this one. Very cool. It says, yeah, so my turn are gonna play This Not My Neighbor. Possibly we'll do something. It got like whatever that text was after we'll do. It's like not. It didn't show up on the chat. And maybe Gartic. Very cool. Very cool. Scriblio, gotcha. 1 second. I think she just added it now. It wasn't there before. I think. Yeah. Scriblio, cool. Sorry about that. It was just a Discord message. I did like I was on like a stream yesterday, or just like watching a stream, I should say. And it was like the add a emote to the BTTV menu thing. It didn't show up right away, so I was like, I did a message. I was like, hey, I think maybe it didn't get seen when it was like when the stream was like still going, but like let me know when like that one's like popped up on there. They just let me know that. That's all that was. What is like I know Gardic, like I've seen a bit of it from like Northernlion, like just drawing the different pictures, like sort of like animating each part. What is Scriblio? I'm not as familiar with that one. Like I'm guessing it's like another drawing one. Or, like if I might have seen it, but I don't know it as such. Online Pictionary, gotcha. Very cool. Scriblio. Wait, is it Scriblio or is it like Scribble.io? Like itch.io and stuff like that? Not Scribble. Okay, no, I've seen this. I've seen this. Okay. Alright, I recognize this one now. Very cool. Yeah, it sounds like that'll be a lot of fun. Everybody go and check that out. Only cool kids allowed, though. So if you ain't cool, well, you can still be there. You'll become cool if you watch Flex's streams. That's a promise. I made a link whenever. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so it must be like Scribble.io then, perhaps. And that's why it took it out like that. Okay, that would make sense. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Get hype! Get hype for the Rizzy Rex birthday. Yeah, it sounds very cool. I hope you have a whole bunch of fun. Yeah, we already passed my birthday in August.
Camera, and yeah, where it's got clipping, you just want to
on the lens. Okay. Lens. Clip start end. There we go. Okay, there we go. I got that working now. And move. Wait, no. Camera view. Control tilde. Or like that from the side. Zoom in. Okay, there we go. Switch to what? Out of this mode. Right. All right, there we go. This is very finicky at times. There. Also slower when it's going like rendered. Okay, there we go. All right, I figured it out. Y'all. But yeah, that'll be quite cool. I'll definitely be there. Let's see, it's 9. And the next Blender lesson, oh, I gotta save that too. Next one's like 21 minutes. Don't quite have time for that. Let's see, what could I do? I don't have any pictures to color. I don't think I do, at least. Oh yeah, also that reminded me. Or I reminded myself, I suppose. Before before you had the 500 announcement thing, I actually, like, when I was like saving up for the sketch redeem, like, the one idea I had was actually going to be like a plushie Rex. So I'll have to think of something else now when I have enough points for that. Oh yeah, I showed it earlier. Just for like anyone popped up. I know, yeah. It was like pure coincidence with that. Just so in case anyone didn't see, plushie came out really cute. Well, I had a very good artist drawing it, so that makes sense. So yeah, so if anyone here didn't happen to see, Flex was like drawing like plushies of like everyone who filled out the forms, and I filled out mine. I got my nice little Rex here. I mean, they're already like all plushies anyway, but it's like in Flex plushie style, befitting her papa. Yeah, it's very nice. Got my little scepter. Got my cloak or a cape. A little crown. My little claws. Oh, very cool. Yeah, you did really good with it. Like, absolutely. I dare say it's the best one you made. Or the best one besides yours, I mean. But out of all the other plushies, this one looks the best. It is adorable. Oh, thank you. You got all of the adorable genes as well. It's genetic. Everyone else wishes they had our adorable genomes. Yeah, it came out it came out super good. Like, absolutely. Thanks to yeah, so thank you very much for that. So cool. I was actually trying to see earlier if there's like a way I could like change the change like my like the avatar for it on that one, but I don't have the nitro thing we need for that, unfortunately. So I was gonna try and do that for like I should change the avatar for the Discord specifically. Yeah. Yeah, excuse me. I'm very thirsty. Yeah, that came out super cool. Yeah, so everybody check out Flex's stream next time she's on Saturday for cool little birthday stuff. Very fun artist as well. Or very fun streamer, very good artist combining. All right, let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't have like enough time for another lesson. I'm trying to see maybe there's something, little updates I could do perhaps. Wait, where to go? Maybe I can try and like tone the. Where is it? Done it. Small summer. Oh, weird. I don't have the sound. Ah, there we go. Yeah, my little chibi mode. Did it play the? Oh no, one of the audio for that side. I don't have that thing. Give me one quick second. Let me. Where's that on for here? Vignon? Because it should have like did the sound for that. Like I have like an audio thing with it. Hold on, let me. Maybe like Vignon updated and took that sound out. Let's do this. I was gonna change this for a second while I do this signal thing. I do that. Send signal. Oh, yeah, it's not playing the sound. Huh. Oh, maybe I can move that file. Stream elements. Sorry about that. Sound alerts? Where is it?
But it's becoming
okay, there we go. Alright, now the sound works.
Deny it no longer. I am small.
Alright, there. I had like the little plankton a sound for that. So it's like time, so it goes like, as he says I am small, that's when the model actually changes after like a few seconds delay. Yeah, I guess I must have moved that file so it didn't like have the right path for that. Yeah. I thought it was like something I was like trying to think of when I was like figuring out like the summer stuff. I got some other neat little ones too. I gotta figure out some more of these like to get working. Like I got this one. It's like a fun little spinny thing. I still haven't figured out how to like actually adjust that end part of it though to like to get it to end when the sound ends. Spin right round, yeah. And of course I had to go with the Tasmanian. Good old Taz. I have this one too. Or maybe? Alright, hold on. Yeah, another one didn't like work quite right because I moved the files. Oh. I got me on the first ball. Do I have that active actually? Okay, I do. I got a little just silly Pokemon catch. I didn't expect to get on the first hit. It's like a I don't know how it works, but it's like a random chance thing for that. Because normally it just like bounces off like that. But some lucky people can catch a Rexic for themselves. Yeah, I'll try to think of more fun stuff with that. Although like part of it is like wait, Ellen, open white background. There we go. So like a part of it though is like I think I said before is like a friend is actually like it's still on the works right now, but a friend is making a Rexic model in Blender, which will be like it could own like a debut stream. So I'll have to like figure out like some fun stuff for that. Wait, why is it? Alright, well, yeah. I think it was a total surprise for me too. Like I just like sent a message like one day with like a why is it not painting? Oh, I see I have it on the wrong thing. Somehow. Yeah, it was like a total surprise. It's like a very welcome one. Why can't I go to the menu? So yes, that'll be very cool to show that when it's time. Oh, they are currently like they're sort of like a what did I say? Like they're like packing up stuff like they're moving back. They're like they're at a relatives for like a year, so they're like moving back. They're getting their stuff like packed up to going back to like to their apartment. So it'd probably be a bit for that, but yeah, exciting. Yeah, very much so is. Yeah, all the stuff shown it so far. It's like looking very cool. So I'll be quite excited to use that when it's time. Why are these like this? I can run on that way, but it's not doing the other way. I don't know. But yeah, that'll be very fun. I'll do like a big like a debut stream for that when it happens. Gonna be like going for longer as well. Gonna have like game giveaways, like from like Steam games, like all sorts of cool stuff like that. I'm not sure when it is, but like I'll be like when I know for sure, I will like absolutely do like early messages for that and get all sorts of stuff set up for it. You only get one of those. Only one debut. Maybe if I do this. I don't know why it's not letting me color on this again. I could do it on there, but well, I already got it like essentially like as close to this as I'm like able to. And I can actually show the original one. Hey, how's it going? That logo. Oh, welcome, Chris. Yeah, Chris X2. How are you doing? We're just like showing stuff. Hope your day's been good. I don't know why my mouse isn't clicking. There we go. Trying to show what the original one looks like so you can see like what I'm trying to get with this. But good to see you. Hope your day is well. Here we go. Like, how's your Thursday been treating you? Open that one. Downloads. Yeah, so this is the original one. Also, thank you for the first time chat. I just saw the thing of that. Appreciated. So here, so you can see like, so this is like the original one. This is my attempt at the recreation of it. You know, so I was obviously like a bit off, you know, but like I feel like for not an artist like me, I think I did all right with that. I got it like decently similar-ish. Thursday has been good. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Always happy for that. I've had an alright Thursday myself. Good old bike ride, a nice stream with like only a bit of headaches. I'm about to have like some good dinner, Applejack's ice cream, all sorts of stuff like that. That is very cool to hear. Alright, so I can't... Not sure why it's like not doing the painting on this. Bone material, single image. I don't know. Well, yeah, but I got it as like close as I really could, so I think that's good.
Thanks for being here.
Enjoy the lurk. It won't be for long though, because we are like essentially done with the stream for now. I did my lesson. Got to get some dinner going. So sorry you joined at like the tail end of that. Hold on. Go to here. Oh, what? I did not mean to put that texture on there. Okay. There we go. Don't know why I did that, but it's back to normal now. Alright, good I caught that. That could have gone like very silly next time I was there. Save that, yes. Alright. Let me shift this over. Ah, there we go. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all had a fun time. I certainly did. I'm sure there was some like confusion with like the Blender stuff, but we eventually got it figured out. It just took some time. Took some rattling around of the old brain pan to figure it out. Yeah, so I will Alright, so next time I stream, it will be Saturday, like, at 6 p.m. or, like, give or take. That'll be a continuing Blightbound. Thanks for streaming, Papa! No problem, my data! I will definitely, like, at some time, like, pop by for the birthday stuff, like, if my friend is able to walk, that doesn't start until, like, 2, so, like, between, like, 12 and 2, I should be able to pop by. Should be able to pop by. Oh yeah, I was also thinking, too, though, like, I know that there is a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Like at, like, 6 a.m., something like that. I'm not gonna be awake at that time. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully I'm gonna fall asleep before then. But I was just like when I saw that, so I was thinking I might do, like, a mini Friday stream, like, to just, like, watch the Nintendo Direct, see if there's any cool games, stuff like that. And it's, like, about, like, an hour they said it's gonna be. Like, about an hour. And then, yeah, so, like, and then Saturday will be more story stuff in Blightbound, so you can look forward to that. I will... hold on, one moment. Yeah, gotta stay hydrated in this summer weather. I will try to do some, like, off-stream work. Not in Blender, I'm gonna do, like, some, like, SFM stuff. Because I had, like, idea of, like, a little mini one I'm gonna work on. Hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll definitely see you tomorrow, Delta. Both, like, here and also on the Zone stream later. Oh yeah, so I had, like, some other, like, SFM ideas to, like, try and make for September. One of which is going to be for making, like, another of the... Actually, I'm going to be holding, like, my next... Astronauts Summer Art... Or, not Summer Art Contest. My next Astronauts Art Contest, which is going to be Halloween. So that's going to start, like, on October 1st, going through 31st. I'm going to try and make, like, a little, like, a post image thing for it, like I did with the summer one. And so that was like July or June. When did I make that? Or like when I can share that one, just for like, it's there for a bit. This one. So it's like one of like. So, like, this sort of, like, thing again, but for Halloween, of course, so, like there's gonna be, like, pumpkins and a ghost and stuff like that. That's something I'll work on before it's October, for sure. Like, I don't quite yet have an idea, but, like, I'll figure something out, don't you worry about that. And I'll be sure to actually, like, advertise that one, like, a bit more. Like, maybe, like, updates every... couple of days on Twitter and Blue Sky and all that stuff, so we can get, like, many more, like, cool entries for that. I don't think if there's anything else. Nothing immediately popping to mind. I don't think I have, like, any, like, commissions, updates, like, show off or anything. Yeah, I do believe that's everything. So we will go on and end stream. So yeah, I will... if I don't do, like, a Nintendo Direct stream tomorrow, then it will be on Saturday, as usual. You can look forward to that. This is just seeing if this channel has raids open right now. If they do, it'll go there after the music parts. This is just a quick test of it. They do. Okay. Alright. Just doing that little check just to be sure. As we're going raiding on over to Void Cake. They're playing Yakuza 0. That'd be cool. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games myself. I've seen, like, some of them played. Like, I want to get the... I forgot what it's called, like, the newer one is, like, Ichiban. There's, like, the Pirate Module one, too. Those look like a lot of fun. Like, giant games for sure, but a lot of fun. Like, maybe one day we'll get there. Alright. I'll see you all either tomorrow or Saturday. That's a thank you for being here, and take care, everybody. And have a good dinner if you haven't already eaten. Oh yeah, also, like I tried to look at that flex. Do you happen to know how I would adjust, like the raid timer? But like when I set it, it just does like when I set it, it automatically goes like 20 seconds. I'm not sure how to like make it more than that. I'm just like offhand. Do you know that or no? If you don't, no worries. Just like trying to like look it up how to adjust that to be like to set it up for like for a minute instead of like 20 seconds. Give like a little bit more time. Don't know that personally. No worries. Just thought to ask while it was here. Yeah, but that's no problem whatsoever. Yeah, so I will see you all either Friday or Saturday. And enjoy these chill beats in the meantime. Also, I gotta make like Halloween. Gotta get like a Halloween remix of it and like the opening ones too. I'll figure something out. Yeah, take care, everybody.
Prime.